everyone, welcome to Xbox On. Now school's out for summer, so here are some games to keep kids entertained.
Or if you're a big kid like me, just play them by yourself.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. The LEGO games from TT are some of the best games out there, full of fun gameplay and brilliant stories from much-loved franchises. And they're perfect to play with kids thanks to co-op enabled gameplay that's not too hard, but also not too easy. Following our favourite Jedis, the complete saga fights the dark side through all 3 films and all 3 prequels, letting you play as all your favourite characters. And Jar Jar Binks. See, I have the ultimate weapon to annoy any Star Wars fan, a half-decent Jar Jar Binks impression. Hello, Annie, it's me, Jar Jar Binks! Anyway, the complete saga lets you unlock characters to play as both the Jedis and the Sith, waving about lightsabers and using the Force to solve LEGO's puzzles and collect all the studs. And if you've already played it to death, especially after it came back to back compat, you can pick up the brand new The Force Awakens and follow Finn and Rey's blocky adventures. Yes!
One game that you can pick up and play with anyone, whether they're your best mate, your brother, a younger sibling, or even your kid, is FIFA. It doesn't matter how old they are, it's a game that anyone can just pick up and play and you will genuinely have a really good time. However, you will occasionally come across this big dilemma. You'll be at a family barbecue and you'll end up playing against some of the younger members of the family. But how old do they have to be until you're actually allowed to beat them?
That's a gift for them. It's an own goal.
4, 5, though to be perfectly honest, they will have to be probably around 10 years old for you not to feel too guilty about it. But the great thing about FIFA is that it's a game that you can play with anyone on the sofa, and it'll be the same game you play at home with people all around the world on Xbox Live, and you can even play co-op so you can work together if you don't feel like beating your younger siblings. Oh, and remember, if they do end up beating you, you let them win.
Good score! And this is a goal!
Sci-fi not your thing? Prefer superheroes? Want your kids to grow up loving Iron Man? Or do you want them to be Team Cap? Or are you just going to play it by yourself? Well, why not try out LEGO Marvel's Avengers? Whilst it is a follow-up from LEGO Marvel's Superheroes, with it being an Avengers game, there are obviously more nods to this series than in the previous one. Its opening cutscene is a complete reenactment of the first scene of Age of Ultron, and there are levels based on films in Captain America, Iron Man and Thor films. However, it doesn't just stick to these. With the game boasting over 200 playable characters, you can play as many of your favourite Marvel heroes, not just the main team.
Sorry, didn't call ahead.
Players can even unlock comic book characters such as Miss Marvel, Jane Foster's Thor, and Miss America, alongside those from the films such as Agent Peggy Carter. Yes, ladies, taking over. Sorry, calm down. It's a huge roster of amazing Marvel creations, lovingly Lego-ified and perfect to play with in yet another fun-filled Lego adventure. Lego Iron Man is my favourite.
And now, a game you wouldn't think could be as fun as it is Rocket League. And you'll just end up asking yourself, where did all the time go? But let's be honest, where could you go wrong when you're playing football with rocket-powered cars? I'm sure as a kid you used to play with toy cars, crashing them into each other, knocking them off the table, pretending you're in all these insane situations where a game like Rocket League would have been your childhood dream. Rocket League can be anything from 1v1 to 4v4, and what I love especially is that you have the ability to play in split screen, so if you want to play with or against someone at home, you can do just that. And it doesn't matter how good you are at the game, you're just going to have a laugh, whether it's crashing into each other and taking out other people's cars, or scoring an insane goal that you just have absolutely no idea how it got in. You can also unlock loads of cool items from tons of different games, and I can guarantee you this is just going to be one game you'll have loads of fun playing with anyone.
Okay, so you like superheroes, but maybe you're more of a DC fan. Perhaps you prefer superheroes who are a little bit darker, who live somewhere a little bit more gothic, specifically Gotham. Well, LEGO has you covered with the entire LEGO Batman series. It drew on classic Batman characters in the first game before spreading out into the wider DC universe and introducing favourites like Superman and Wonder Woman, using a variety of superpowers to solve puzzles and beat the bad guys. Oh wait, there's a game with Superman in it that's really good where he's not just stupidly overpowered. Nice one, LEGO. Now, Batman has gone through a few phases. the dark but fun original comics phase, the weird 60s TV phase, the dark quirky Burton phase, the cool animated phase, the weird 90s phase that I still like because I was like 7, so I thought it was cool, and the emo Nolan phase. The LEGO games, well, they take the best of each of these and make it accessible for kids, introducing them to characters which can be pretty dark, but having that fun, accessible LEGO feel to it, which never feels childish. And as with any LEGO game, you get to unlock and play as a huge roster of characters, including the bad guys. This is why, for me, the LEGO Batman games are ridiculous fun.
Now, you may have seen this game in World's Hardest Achievements a few months back, and it is without a doubt one of my favorite games of all time.
Chihuahua.
Nice. Yeah, I'm not the best dancer, but if you want to get kids moving and tire them out, this is the perfect game to play.
I gave you all my loving, of course I had a dozen.
There's only two types of people in the world.
However, you might end up like me and get completely shown up, knackered, and feel partially ashamed. Yeah. Please don't play that game.
Now, I could go on listing all the LEGO games that I love, such as Pirates of the Caribbean, Indiana Jones, and my personal favourite, the Harry Potter games. However, why not try out a game that covers a whole host of nerdy LEGO goodies? LEGO Dimensions is a brilliant concoction of nerdy franchises all coming together, from Doctor Who to Lord of the Rings and even Back to the Future. See, one reason I love the LEGO games is that they're a fantastic way to introduce the younger generation, or any generation for that matter, to wonderfully nerdy franchises that you want them to become obsessed with, just like you. And what better way than through a single game that has so many in them? Yes, jump between worlds to play levels from different series and films, as well as play loads of different characters from them.
I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I'm Batman.
Plus, LEGO Dimensions comes with its own portal and minifigs, so you can collect little LEGO versions of all the characters, and they're so cute. And they'll all look like pretty cool on any shelf or mantelpiece. And they're adding a whole new bunch of characters this year from series such as The Goonies, Gremlins, Adventure Time, Sonic, Harry Potter, and Ghostbusters. Who are you gonna call?
If playing sport games just isn't your thing and you just don't want to look like me dancing around in your front room, but you prefer games that just have that little bit more action, though games like Call of Duty, Gears of War and Battlefield just aren't suitable for kids, well thankfully I've got the game for you, and that's Plants vs Zombies. You get to fight against waves of zombies or plants depending on what's your thing. You can work together in split screen if you want to take control of the flag of power in the middle of the backyard battleground, where you fight against waves of enemies, earning you coins and experience as you do so. The waves will get harder and harder as you progress, but will help you to unlock a ton of cool stuff like Colonel Corn's variant, Pops Corn, which kids will love but will also help to mix up the gameplay. There's also tons more game modes and fun things to do within the game that's just perfect to keep the kids happy while you'll also have a ton of fun.
So it's clear that I love games with building blocks in them.
Ellen, no more LEGO games.
I'm not talking about LEGO games. It's obvious that I'm talking about Minecraft.
Oh.
For a game with such a simple concept, Minecraft does give you a lot of freedom in how you play. You can go classic and try to survive in the wilderness, mining and crafting different things to your heart's content, whilst trying to avoid everything trying to murder you, or you can let your imagination run wild in creative mode. The best thing to do in the game is to set yourself a task and work towards it. Give yourself a mini project, whether that be to not die during the first night or to build something amazing. It's also great to play with any kids you might know, as you can get them to help you on that project, or more accurately, have them show you how to do it because they probably know way more about Minecraft than you. But you won't be the only one learning. The cooperative gameplay helps teach kids how to work with others, helps them with problem solving, and encourages them to use their imagination. At least that'll be your excuse for getting them to play it with you for hours and hours and hours. So there are some of our suggestions. Let us know yours in the comments down below, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up.
And also, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out, and we'll see you next time.